Well, you know, I think you guys will make not only me, but Dr. Paige proud. You know, you guys know Dr. Paige, right? Dr. Paige was our United States Secretary of Education. And so he's here today celebrating the school district's 125th birthday, and he'll be giving a speech. And by this afternoon, before going over to the 125-year anniversary gala, and where he's going to be giving the speech, he'll be visiting our school. Now we have almost 50 schools in the school district, and we picked Home Gardens because we're so proud of you guys. The work that we do here, all the kids, you believe, right? You believe that you can do it, and going to college, there's no excuse. Your parents are involved helping us. You have great teachers, great staff, great principal, great administration. We want to be able to show Dr. Paige all the good work that you do. And thanks for being here, because I know that without students, you know, this doesn't happen. You guys do a great job. What you're doing right now is a good example of that. So we look forward to it.
Yep.
Yeah, good work.
Yeah, thanks, sir.
You betcha. Good to see you.
Well, actually, what I expect to see is a lot of interesting things about this school district. I read a lot about it on the internet, but just to see and experience it is really exciting to me. I've been in the school and business all my life, and it's something special about schools, and especially really great schools, and so I'm very happy to be here.
Well, I think it's really wonderful to see the kids learn in different ways all together, using computers, having numerous teachers in the room at the same time, so it makes for a great learning environment for the students. You know, I've always been a teacher, and one of the things that we try to do as teachers is to make our education programs better for our students. And being a president of the Teachers Association, we can work together in large numbers, the teachers, to have an impact on the programs like this, trying to get more programs like this, to copy all the things that are working very well at schools and make them better. And we can do that as a large group when we work together instead of individually sometimes.
If you're in town and you'd love to join us, we'd love to have you at our graduation.
I'm really thankful about it, too.
Do we have a calendar to give him maybe so he can?
We have to throw our hand in the ring, Dr. Paige. We have to try.
Okay.
You know.
The students are actually creating their own businesses, and so they had to decide as a team who would be the CEO of their business, who would be, it's really amazing. I'm sure they'll talk about it right now.
You too. Thank you
So I
for
don't know if you
coming.
want to kind of explain.
Yeah, I actually have little representatives from all my little classes here today. We got a little guy working on a video game design. He's in my video game design class. Yeah, he's making a cut. You can tell you. These girls are working on a little project for Lego. We're doing the first Lego game this year. They're working on we chose wildfires to be our issue. So they're working on the presentation part of it, and they're working on the actual robot build. They created a so there's a robotics class.
Big honcho. Dr. Paige. When he comes over, you can introduce him.
So how do you feel about both of the classes that you've just been through?
Well, I think first of all, there's a lot of enthusiasm around the students in the classroom that I witnessed. This classroom, for example, is very hands-on. I noticed, if you can point the camera and take a look, you notice that board right there? That's a simulation board, right? And so basically this is a real scenario, right? A real scenario that we're trying to solve a real life problem. So in this case, I was introduced to the challenge, which is when there's a tsunami, how do you move around all of your supplies and make sure that you save people and reduce all the damages? And the challenge is to have everything move without human hands. So you have to design a robotic program to make that work. So then point the camera over here. So then we go to the computers, and this is where all the simulation for the robotic building and the software and the language is taking place, and the kids are doing that as well. So this is very, very good, and part of this really has to do with getting kids ready for not only college, but career readiness too. And you guys know in the future today, let alone the future, everything's really computer based, right? So to have the ability to do a little bit of programming and robotics, it's really important for your future. That's what the jobs are. That's what the jobs are. So this class, I'm very, very excited about that. And other classrooms too, you see a lot of kids learning. We see the Dual Immersion program. A lot of students, I'd imagine Spanish is not their first language, right? But through the interactions, almost 100% in Spanish, and you learn Spanish. And I hear parents telling us that when they go to stores and we go on vacation, that their little kids, their sons and daughters, are doing translation for them. So that's how much Spanish you learn, and so it's really interesting, and kids really benefit from this program.
How did you become the superintendent?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, I came to the school district 6 years ago, and I came in as what they call the assistant superintendent for human resources. And so my job was to make sure that we hired great teachers for you, and support the teachers, and everything between it has to do with human resources. And then when Dr. Beckler, who was the superintendent at the time, came in to hire me when he retired a year and a half ago, the Board of Education gave me the opportunity to lead the school district. So I became the superintendent actually a year and a half ago. This is my second year now. And it's loving every moment. I'm very, very blessed to have the opportunity to work for the school district.
Thank you.
You bet. Good job.
Giving you a little 3-minute presentation on what they're doing in their Entrepreneurism class, and I just thought I'd invite them up now and let them say a few words, if that's okay.
Well, I'm Katie Garwood, and I'm Brianna Fuentes, and we're students of HVA's very first Entrepreneurism class. Okay, in a normal business or an entrepreneur, when they start up a new company, they go through a 4-stage process, which is the process we're going through with our bracelet companies in our Entrepreneurism class. And the first stage is design, where the companies would come up with the products that they're going to make, and also they would meet with a venture capitalist, which is our teacher, and he would fund. What is that?
Well, FBLA also helps with your people skills. You don't have to be shy, shake your hand, just be good and informal, and lots of fun. I'd like to thank everyone for coming and watching our presentation on FBLA, and thank you very much.
Good job.
And I think the kids go to college, it helps them with the whole applying, and FBLA helps them with just being the real world, and it has a lot of common core in it.
Thank you so much for coming. This is a great honor to have Dr. Rod Paige here. He is the former Secretary of Education under President Bush, and so it is beyond a great privilege to have him here and be able to showcase our wonderful school and our wonderful community.
If you could explain your educational background and how one arrives at becoming the United States Secretary of Education, especially as we work with so many students that we want to infuse in them the idea to dream big. So how did Dr. Paige arrive at his position?
I think I began with the fact that I had 2 wonderful parents who, along with my sisters and my one brother, I had 3 sisters and a brother. My mother was an elementary school teacher. My father was an elementary school principal for part of my early education, because he couldn't make enough money at that business then, and later on became a worker in the shipyards in southern Louisiana. But I grew up in Mississippi, and you can tell from my age that was in the second quarter of the 20th century, when it was pretty rough in Mississippi for a person like me. My mother and father shielded me from the meanness of our community through education. I went to college in Jackson, Mississippi. I was a football player on scholarship. Went to graduate school at Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana, and just became a teacher. Later on, became a college teacher. Later on, became a member of the school board in Houston. Then I became the superintendent of the school system in Houston. And the governor of Texas asked me to join him when he was elected president. Go to Washington. That's how it all started for me.
So at this time, we want to give an opportunity for our audience and parents and guests, if anybody would like to ask a question. Si algún padre o miembro de la comunidad quiere hacer una pregunta.
My question, Dr. Paige, is you're almost 2 generations older than a lot of the students who are here today. So what is 1 or 2 values from your generation that you wish that this generation would maintain?
I think the most important rule is a golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Second, the second most important rule for me is, I heard repeated here today, and that rule is, I am responsible for my own success, and I don't put that burden off on anyone else. It is my responsibility to do right and to grow.
Feel about AVID and the program FBLA?
Well, I'm really excited about it. You know, one of the reasons I'm so excited about it is I saw the expression on the kids' face, and I could see how much they enjoyed. And also, it's very clear, you know, that they're going to be productive citizens when they grow up. They're finding ways to do business and understand the business world and see how important this kind of work is. I'm really excited about it.